Let me get your reading on. Anybody read in here? Yeah. Use a bookmark when you read?
Yeah.
Pussy. Welcome to the book report. I read 1984 by George Orwell. Finally, at 31 years old, I read this piece of shit. No, it's not a piece of shit. It's pretty drawn out. A lot of fucking words in here. Okay? Can I get a little bit of verse? It's a little too much prose, if you will. A little too much prose. Alright? It's a good book. Anyways, shit scared the hell out of me. I started reading this fucking book on my roof. This roof, obviously. And, I started shutting my phone off and throwing it in a fucking drawer in my room downstairs. I started freaking out, man. I don't know. It's like I've never read this book, but you know what this book is about. Because every time people are talking about, like the NSA watching us on our phones and computers, all this shit, and keeping track of us everywhere we go, every movement, our fingerprint, every little thing we do. People always say, oh, it's like Orwellian, this is like George Orwell. Which wasn't even that motherfucker's real name. He went under Eric Arthur Blair, so he really was scared of the man tracking him down. He was the real deal. He didn't like his fucking name. He probably said if I would look it up. Anyways, this book, written in 1949. Well, you gotta believe it was written around 1944 and sent onward, but it was published in 1949. 266 pages that I read. I looked it up. It said 328, which meant that mine was a little fucking denser version, okay? Give me some goddamn credit around here, putting these goddamn words in my head with no verse. There's not enough verse. Where's the convos? Anyways, it's a dystopian novel about the future, which takes place in 1984, which is crazy because, that's how... this shit was written back in the 40s, and it's about 84, and it's like, oh, God, we're living in these times. It's like all words and behavior are monitored. Our, Big Brother, that's where that word comes from. Big Brother is watching us. The thought police. You're not even allowed to have bad thoughts. Like, this is a society where, like, you can't say, fuck the president. They will fucking kill you. Oh, what does this sound like? North Korea. This is a book about North Korea. They should call it present day North Korea. It's pretty much that, dude. The society, in this book, there's like 3 countries. So Oceania, that's the one where our character takes place in. And they're always at war with Eurasia and East Asia. And sometimes they're allies with one and fighting the other, and then it switches. And they're constantly rewriting history. So it's like if they're fighting Eurasia, they might the next day decide to fight East Asia, and we're friends with him over in Eurasia, and then we need to rewrite all the books to say we've always been friends with Eurasia forever and ever and ever and ever. And salute Big Brother. He's some bad motherfucker. The president, the guy, injustice, God for all, the country. Fucking put all the sayings on the back of our money because we got to believe in the Constitution. Fucking believe in George Washington. All this shit. In the book, they don't use those terms. They've got their own fucking made up shit. I'm just saying we live in this world, They live by they say ignorance is strength, war is peace, freedom is slavery. I mean, ignorance certainly is bliss, man. It's the kind of society where it's like they say 2 + 2 = 5. That motherfucker equals 5. Anyways, this book is so dense with info, like I'm saying off the top here, it gets a little goddamn ridiculous. But it is a love story at heart. It is. So the story is about our guy Winston. He works like for the party, for the homies, deleting information, rewriting information, and he's looking around the office and he's like, this ain't right, man. This is like weird. Isn't this weird? I mean, something's off, and he's having these thoughts. He's like, oh, I'm going to die. I'm thinking bad thoughts. So I'm going to die. They're going to kill me. He goes, well, I might as well not stop now, and he sees his coworker O'Brien, and he's like, I think that guy feels like I feel. Like, can we get a beer? Can we go get like a burger? And like, I can't even ask him, man. I can't even, because I want to say, I think this shit is fucked up. Anyways, and then this other chick around the office is just following him and annoying him. He's like, bitch, will you leave me the fuck alone? This chick is following him everywhere, and he goes, oh, I know what's happening. That's the thought police. She knows I have bad thoughts. She's trying to fucking kill me. That's what this whole fucking shit's about. Anyways, this broad slips him a note, and she's like, nah, dude, I want to F, basically. Kind of, pretty much, man. She comes on strong, and she's like, through an elaborate way, they go to meet at this discreet place where there's not monitored, and they finally fucking, dude, they just look at each other, and he's like, yo, this is all bullshit. It's crazy. And she's like, this is all bullshit. This is crazy. And he's like, I want to get down. She's like, I want to get down. And, dude, this shit, I had to go to the page because I got to tell you, it gets hot. And I'm talking verbally between these two. All right? He says to her, they're about to bone, I hate purity. I hate goodness. I don't want any virtue to exist anywhere. I want everyone to be corrupt to the bones. Then she says, well then, I ought to suit you, dear. I'm corrupt to the bones. Ah! Lock her down. Lock her corrupt bones ass down. You're not going to find another chick like that, bro. Ooh. Jesus Christ. And then they bang, and he's like, it says, their embrace had been in a battle, the climax of victory. It was a blow struck against the party. It was a political act, you know, because they live in this society where it's like, sex ain't cool, it ain't fun, it ain't about popping it off with the one you love, a little afternoon delight with the one you enjoy. It ain't like that. They're like, yo, you better fucking bang, have a baby, and then never talk to each other again. Like, this dude is married, cheating on his wife or whatever, but he's like, it doesn't even matter cheating. He doesn't even see his wife. He's like, I wish I could kill her. Anyway, so they have this love affair. And that's where the shit takes off, you know. Start getting some more verse in here. Start losing a little bit of that motherfucking prose. And then that coworker, O'Brien, who we thought was his homie just by the way the homie dressed and, you know, acted around him, he approaches him and Julia, and he's like, you guys are punk rock, aren't you? And they go, yes, we are punk rock. We like Nirvana. And O'Brien says, all right, you want to go straight to hell with me? We want to join the Brotherhood, QAnon, basically. The revolt, the shit, to take the man down, to take down Big Brother. Do you want to join? I have cigarettes. And they're like, yeah, pretty much. And he's like, all right, dude, it's on. And then they get captured in the middle of the night and tricked by this motherfucker because he is the thought police. They are thought criminals. Duh. It's bad. You know, they just get tortured the fuck till they're pretty much insane. And they get out of there and they don't even look the same. They just feel totally different. Their like minds are recalibrated so they can think the new way and speak a new speak, the new corrected, politically correct, everything is corrected way of speaking, so you're not hurting anyone's feelings. And, you know, this is society that is built up along this way of non-expression and everything is, it's like it makes it so it's only built around anger, and it's only built around like dunking on people. Pretty much like the one we're getting in now. It's like there's only joy in taking people down and ending them and saying, oh, you're a criminal, you're against the party, you're deleted, you're vaporized, you're out of here. And, man, it's fucked up. I mean, I'm Mr., you know, I catch the heat with the art form, you know, for sure over the past decade with the comedy. And it's this America, we're not living anywhere close to this and shit I bitch about. But, you know, they try and police the words we say at open mics all the times, me and my friends. And, you know, these are places where we're like paying to go up. No one's paying to see us. And they're still trying to police the way that we want to go and practice our art even. And it vilifies us in a way where people don't even want to associate with us in all of Hollywood because of something we said at an open mic on stage where we were talking about fiction and not reality. We were doing art up there, but it's or, you know, not even that, man. People just taken down for maybe expressing an idea, you know, saying I maybe support this way of thinking. And you're like, you even thought that? You motherfucker! I'm gonna kill your grandmother for even thinking that. And then you're like, back up, I don't know if I know that. I was just kind of thinking, maybe. And they're like, you're going to hell. Anyways, so the ending of this book, this motherfucker gets recalibrated, and so does this lady, his badass bitch. And they meet up again in like the park where they used to, and they don't look the same, they don't feel the same, and they look at each other and they're like, I don't like you. We got nothing here. That's it. And then they go outside, and our protagonist, Winston, he looks at Big Brother. He looks at this big motherfucking sign, and he goes, I love Big Brother. That's the fucking ending of the book. That's the ending of the book. He loses his bitch. He gets his brain rewired, and he fucking loves society. I don't know. Clearly, George Orwell's love life did not go well. Apparently, it had a ton of promise. I mean, I'll just pick this shit apart like Matt Damon going into Good Will Hunting in the fucking Robert Williams office and looking at that painting, looking at like fucking struggle against the waves, like, oh yeah, you chose the wrong woman. Yeah, you never lived up to your fucking aptitude, did you? I think George Orwell's got lady problems. Whatever, maybe I can relate. It was great, you know. It's the kind of thing, like I said, it's so fucking dense. It could be spread out, this big, elaborate miniseries where you get way more story involved. Dude, I feel bad. I'm like backseat writing 1984 and saying it could be better. But I'm saying if they spread it across 5 more books, it would be more exciting to read, okay? It's more profound to read, which, you know. Yeah, hey, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change the world. I'm not out here fucking changing Paul Thomas Anderson movies to make them more snappier for Hollywood or some shit. Shouldn't do that with this, but it was dense. I did like it. I'm scared that I read it. As far as what to do with this, probably not much, man. Like, I kind of feel like this is the way we're going. Society and all that shit. I don't think there's much. I don't know. You gotta speak your truth. Whatever that is. You gotta speak your truth. We're all fucked. They're watching us, man. They're watching us jerk off. They're watching us buy shit. They're correlating it all together. They're putting it together, you know. They're watching us jerk off. See what we buy, and then targeting us. Got some Kleenex, jerks off, jerks on sports. It's like, okay, maybe that's weird. He does. He jerks off and he puts on music. He probably likes drugs, maybe there's some paraphernalia. I just get ads for like Kleenex and Kleenex, because I'm just jerking off and crying, man. Just jerking off and immediately crying, scrolling through her pictures.